South Africa has a huge housing crisis, and most of the metros around the country, because of the fourth industrial revolution and government encouraging people to move to the metros cannot house all the people. And where 70% of the people in South Africa used to live in rural areas, the United Nations wanted this turned around worldwide and get people into the metros so that they can monitor, track and trace your every move, because this is what the Agenda 2030 would do. And what has happened in South Africa? Lots of empty promises have been made about smart cities that will be built all over the country. And we know famously that in Cape Town, that Century City calls itself the first smart city on the African continent, when all that it actually does is have some big shopping centers and cameras to watch your every move. And in this article in My Broadband, it says New South African smart city in an unexpected location, a complete mirage. It doesn't exist. Not a brick has been laid, and in many of the smart cities that have been promised, they have not been able to deliver as a government on these promises. And I have been against the concept of smart cities for a long time, because I do not want to live in such a controlled environment. But other people might enjoy living in such a closed environment where your every move is watched, and you might actually feel safe in an environment like that. And I will bring this back to what Cyril Ramaphosa said, where these dreams came from, and why nothing has actually been done, and why nothing is being done now that the smart city ideal is not materializing. So they're not doing something else. They're not starting new metros. They're not building new water infrastructure, new power infrastructure. They are doing nothing. And where will this head? Disaster. It is already leading to disaster in many of the metros around the country. Nearly 5 years after plans emerged for a smart city on the eastern seaboard, and 7 years after Cyril Ramaphosa's South African Dream speech. Can you all remember that? The Wild Coast Smart City remains a blueprint without a brick. Pie in the sky, things in politicians' brains that's been put there by their visits to the World Economic Forum, by them speaking to United Nations envoys, etc. In 2021, it was revealed that the ANC had been working on plans for a new South African smart city between Port St. John's and Margate on the Wild Coast. Former Minister of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs Nkosazana Dlamini-Zuma presented the plan at the ANC's National Executive Committee, Lekgotla, in September of that year. In a presentation, she described the promised city as coastal, smart, vibrant, integrated, prosperous, sustainable, that word, and resilient. The proposal came after President Cyril Ramaphosa 2 years earlier credited Dlamini-Zuma as one of the people who inspired his dream, this is Ramaphosa's dream, of an entirely new smart city rising in South Africa. Now, he has announced many smart cities. There is Fokoli, nothing to show for it. I dream, he said, of a South Africa where the first entirely new city built in the democratic era rises, with skyscrapers, schools, universities, hospitals and factories, Ramaphosa said in his 2019 State of the Nation address. This dream has been fueled by my conversations with four people: Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini-Zuma, Dr. Naledi Pandor, Mrs. Jessie Duarte, and President Xi Jinping of China. Ramaphosa said Xi Jinping, his account of how China is building a new Beijing had helped to consolidate his dream. He's pie in the sky. And I quote him, "We have not built a new city in 25 years of democracy. I wonder why. Incompetence. You actually don't know what you are doing. 70% of South Africans are going to be living in urban areas by 2030, he said. Where does he get this from? The United Nations. The United Nations Agenda 2030 and Agenda 21 wanting to drive all the populations of the world into city centers, 70% of them by the year 2030. And there's a reason for this. Population control. It's as simple as that. Ramaphosa asked whether the time had arrived to build a new smart city founded on the technologies of the fourth industrial revolution. Klaus Schwab's fourth industrial revolution. Where did he pick this up? Klaus Schwab pushed this in his book, The Fourth Industrial Revolution. And he famously said, you will own nothing and you will be happy. So think about what is happening in the cities around the country right now and around the world. And I've done live streams in the past where I've spoken about the infrastructure in these cities that cannot maintain what is happening with the growth in those cities. They have to collapse. And you are living in a city right now, wherever you are, if you are living in a city, it will collapse. It cannot be sustained. If you understand how it was designed, where the pipes were laid, where the power lines were put in, you would have to rip the whole place apart and rebuild it. So this is why they had the idea of building new cities. And this is a good idea. But why must it be a smart fourth industrial revolution city? Because we are not sovereign. This is not a democracy. We are just, in our government, puppets for other global institutions. He says here, this is a dream we can all share and participate in building. I would like to invite South Africans to begin imagining this prospect, he said. We should imagine a country where bullet trains pass through Johannesburg as they travel from here to Musina, and they stop in Buffalo City on their way from eThekwini back here. And then it speaks about the Wild Coast Phantom Smart City, because that's what it is. It doesn't exist. It is a complete and utter joke. So where did Cyril come up with all these ideas? Because he can't build a freaking house if he wanted to. Neither can his cabinet. Not even this GNU can build anything. All they can do is line their pockets and try and extract the last bit of tax money out of the citizens of South Africa. And this is what makes us free. The fact that these boggers can't build these smart cities. Because these smart cities are prisons. This is how I see them. So 7 years after Ramaphosa's dream speech, the Wild Coast Smart City remained a phantom project, riding the coattails of a decade-old highway plan it had no hand in starting. In November, Eastern Cape Premier Lubabalo Oscar Mabuyane told delegates of an investment conference for the Eastern Seaboard Development that the program was still in its planning stages. No, nothing's going to happen. We don't have money for this. And then the article goes on to talk about the mega bridges for the Eastern Cape. Many of those are under construction on the N2, how much money they cost, etc. So you can see pictures of that in this article. I'll give you a link in the description below this video, as well as in the first comment, where you can then go and read the absurdity of our government, our politicians. The people are removed from reality. They have demented ideals. They are dreamers. They are not implementers. They don't know how to project manage anything. They can't even project manage their own lives. All they are doing is sucking money from taxpayers. That is what they are doing. I want you to tell me in the comment how you feel about the fact that there is no solution in South Africa for what is happening now, and that people will be forced to move to rural areas again just to survive as cities become too expensive, because everyone is trying to live there, because the United Nations has rubbed off on the government, and they, with their NDP 2030, are just trying to emulate and copy the UN with all of their crazy ideals that will never work in a sub-Saharan country such as South Africa. Tell me in the comments what you think about this. Do you want to remain free? Do you want to live in a smart city? Would you love the security of the smart city and hand over your freedoms on a silver platter? Thanks so much for watching this channel. Please subscribe. Do consider becoming a member on this channel to support the work that we do. Tonight at 8:30 you can join me for a members live chat. We do this every Thursday and every last Wednesday of the month. We actually do a Zoom interactive where we speak to people from around the world and South Africa and discuss relevant topics. Thanks so much for watching this content, liking it, sharing it with your friends, and commenting. And remember to stay free.